So Rob, can you give us an update on SmartPools and InsightIQ?
Yes, definitely. So we talked a bit about virtualization and cloud and the things that the product brings to bear to make things easier to manage, and that means things like a single point of management, a single thing to back up, the elimination of complex legacy concepts like LUNs and volumes. But there are many other things we also sort of bring to the party to make things much easier, much more straightforward to manage and bring down the total cost of ownership of the system. So one of those things that we've released in OneFS 6 very recently is SmartPools. So SmartPools is a tiering functionality, allowing users to dedicate the appropriate level of hardware to different files that they're managing. So for those users that have vast amounts of files, that have incredible amounts of growth in their file-based content, one of the things that, of course, many of these organizations repeatedly mention is it's very difficult to position files for the appropriate level of performance while also keeping costs down by having files that aren't used as much on less expensive tiers of storage. So there are solutions to this in the market. There have been solutions for some time. Many of them are quite unreliable, very difficult to use. They're quite fragile. They tend to fall apart over time. So what we thought we'd do is take OneFS, which of course has that understanding of where files are throughout the cluster, and extend that to multiple tiers of performance and different types of hardware. So SmartPools allows very intelligent policy-based tiering between different tiers of performance. So our S series line of hardware, our X series line of hardware, and our NL or nearline series files can be positioned between those tiers whilst still maintaining a single namespace and without using stub files. So without having to actually point from a particular directory over to a piece of data on another volume, we simply eliminate the volumes and have OneFS manage the location of data blocks for all files. And it's a much more robust implementation than having to use stub files. And it's very straightforward and very easy to manage. We've demonstrated this in front of users, and they've been amazed at how quickly policies can be set up to do the migration. So that's, I think, going to be a very successful product for us. Another product we roll out in OneFS 6 is InsightIQ. Now, this product is used for something we call performance introspection. You can also think of it as performance analytics. And of course, again, for those users that have lots and lots of file-based data that they need to manage, and of course, potentially hundreds or thousands of clients. I'm speaking, of course, of the hardware they use to connect to the storage. Users are looking for easy ways to keep track of how the system is used. And that means things like how many files do I have, how big are they, can you show me a histogram of use across file sizes, across maybe graphs of how different groups or users are using those files, how frequently have they been used. So that sort of information is very relevant to administrators. It's something that they can use they can elevate that immediately to their management staff to show them how the system is being used and show them what benefit they're receiving from the system and what sort of total cost of ownership they're seeing over periods of time. And another thing, of course, they're interested in is what sort of performance are they getting out of the system, and that's something as well that InsightIQ shows very well. It provides very detailed graphs showing performance down to individual clients, particular protocols, particular access patterns, and so on. So it's a way of showing how the system is used from a performance perspective. And so between the performance analytics in it and the file-based analytics in it that it provides, it does provide a very cohesive way for IT administrators to demonstrate how the system is being used to their peers, to the management staff, to identify problems that can be corrected very easily. And so it's yet another way. These two products are both ways that we again bring down that cost of managing vast quantities of storage and vast file stores.